Honorable Minister for Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji, Honorable Minister for Commerce and Industry and Minister for Railways, Shri Piyush Goyal ji, my colleague in the Council of Ministers, Shri Som Prakash ji, Honorable Chief Ministers of Uttarakhand and Tripura, Honorable Lieutenant Governors of Ladakh and J&K, Honorable Industry Ministers of 12 of our states who have joined us, Dr. Mahapatra, Dr. Banerjee from the CII, the head of FICCI and all other eminent persons and dignitaries who have joined us today. It is my proud privilege to be part of today's function, and I am delighted that we are taking another step in a process which will unleash competitiveness and produce a more investor-friendly system. Prior to COVID, we were a $2.89 trillion economy, and we had set ourselves the task, the objective of becoming a $5 trillion economy by 2024, 2025, and to transition to a $10 trillion economy by 2030. COVID as a pandemic has impacted countries around the world in different ways, but the clarion call for an Atmanirbhar Bharat, which the Prime Minister announced and which has unleashed a strong spirit of Atmanirbharta, is producing, as we can see, a more self-reliant India, an India which will not only emerge stronger after the pandemic, but will be able to play a more pronounced, a more assertive role in the emergence of global supply chains. We are already seeing evidence of this Atmanirbhar spirit. We are seeing evidence in many of the sectors with which I am personally privileged to be associated with, and it is clear that we have to emerge as a competitive and friendly destination amongst the different countries in the world which are participating in the ongoing and in the evolving global system. In order to be able to do that, we have to provide jobs and economic opportunities for our youth. The state industry ministers who are participating today and those who are otherwise involved in this exercise will have to play a critical role, and I have no doubt that they will assume that responsibility and take up all these tasks in a mission mode and in a very constructive spirit of cooperative federalism. Let me just share with you what the outcome of some of these exercises of ranking can produce. I have the privilege of being associated with the Housing and Urban Affairs Ministry. The construction sector is the second largest sector if you look at the issue of employment in India. Ease of doing business in construction permits and online business permission system, or OBPS as it is called, has been made operational by us in 2,057 cities, which includes 444 Amrut towns and cities, to facilitate paperless approvals and issuance of building permissions. I just want to give you a broad historical perspective of what this has done in terms of the World Bank Doing Business Report, or DBR. In the year 2017, we were ranked at 185th position. In 2020, we have come down from 185 to 27th position, or we have done a jump of 158 spots in 3 years. Clearly, the Prime Minister's reforms and the production of an ecosystem in which there has been investment of time, energy and resources for capacity building. This system has been made operational in all parts of the country, including in the states of the Northeast, in Sikkim, Union Territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. I have absolutely no doubt that the rankings which will be announced today and the overall ecosystem that has been produced, this will result in minimizing and drastically reducing the regulatory burden by removing renewal of licenses or extending their periodicity, simplifying application forms, introducing risk-based inspections or introduction of third-party inspections, digitizing approvals and undertaking measures to rationalize the regulatory regime. We are now moving towards a system where a good way of looking at all this is to make all approvals, regard them as having been deemed to be granted if the concerned authority doesn't process them in 90 days. And I'm aware that with my senior colleague in the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, the kind of efforts that have been made to reduce the regulatory impediments, remove them altogether where possible, and to curtail the processing time, we are now moving in a critical way where if we will be able to do and jump many levels in the ease of doing business. The larger objective of attracting investment and increasing ease of doing business in each state was sought to be achieved by introducing this healthy competition, on which this year, when we are announcing the results, which should, I believe, have been announced perhaps in March this year, but on account of the COVID delay, we are doing so now. And I'm sure that this will, this system of ranking of states based on their performance in the implementation of the State Business Reform Action Plan will fit in very well in the evolution of a new India. And I have absolutely no doubt that through this initiative, we are able to completely transform the experience of doing business in India. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Thank you for your encouraging words, sir. The augmentation and progress